This is some Hi-Temp Terminator. It's called HT-62, and I've got a small applicator bottle here because you use very small amounts. And this was recommended to me by somebody that works on like Corvette forums. And I wanted to try it out because I've been putting a lot of work in trying to get the paint polished out. And I just want to get it sealed up to keep the weather from deteriorating it real bad. Let me show you what it looks like. I put one application on earlier today. Reflection's so good it looks like a mirror. See the front tire there? See the bottle on the table and the reflection? Okay, you've seen the Terminator by Hi-Temp. It's their most deluxe sealant. It says it has some micro polishing compounds in it, and they do offer some others that are more of like a severe duty wax with more of a cleaning agents, but I didn't choose those. I just want protection on this paint after I've taken the time to work out the majority of the defects. And I put one application on here, and I just worked it in with my PC and a black hex logic pad, and I just worked it on setting 5. I got an email back from the company that told me how to use this stuff, and I had a tech sheet on it that said to use the flex on setting 5 or 6, and I just used the same orbital motions, and I just run it on 5, and after I made 2 or 3 passes across it, it worked it in like the instructions said it would. But I really didn't want to use the rotary and burn it into the paint. And the company told me that a lot of dealerships just wipe it on like you do wax. So it's just a matter of if you want to work it into the paint a little bit, or if you just want to wipe it on the surface. It's kind of optional, but the guy from the company told me that if you work it into the paint and kind of like burnish it in a little bit with whatever kind of polisher you have, then you're going to get a lot better results. And that's what I did. And after you work it a little bit, it'll look like you're putting on wax. Then it'll kind of go clear like it does when you polish. And that's about the time I stopped with it. And the first spot I put it on, I put a second application on, because I wasn't sure if I was putting the sealant on the paint or if it was just working into the dry pad. So it was kind of like a learning curve for me. And you saw my little ketchup bottle or whatever it was. I picked that up at like the grocery store, just so I had a small applicator bottle. And a lot of times I'll put just maybe a 1/4 teaspoon on the pad to start with, and I might come back and give it a little more squirt depending on the surface area. You just have to kind of figure it out, and I was just barely leaving the film on there when I was done, and it wiped off fairly easy. I understand that if you put it on kind of heavy, you're just wasting your time, and it's going to get very, very difficult to remove. But I wanted to share my experience with this HT-62, and the reason I chose it is it was very inexpensive. There's a website called Top of the Line, and they're the vendor for that product. And they had the Terminator in quart bottles, and they had a special going where you could buy the gallon for like $6 more. So I just went ahead and ordered a gallon, so I got like a lifetime supply of it. I mean, I used maybe, I don't think I used a tablespoon on the whole side of that SUV, and I've got a gallon of it. So that tells you about how long this stuff's going to last me. It's going to do, I don't know, maybe 50 cars. And the email I got back from Hi-Temp, the customer service guy, he told me that you charge between $250 and $450 per car, and your material on it's like $5. And he gave me a list of some of the different compounds, and he said there's a cleaning agent to use to get your polishing oils off of your paint so it adheres better. And I ended up using rubbing alcohol. And I didn't have to worry about waxes because I just finished polishing. But I'm going to do the other side, and I'm going to lightly polish it. So I'll need to pick up some of that cleaning compound. Trying to think of what the name of it is. It's called Prep Wash. And on their website, it's about $20 per gallon bottle, or you can buy it in a quart. But if you're going to get this stuff, you just will get it in the gallons. The sealant, you can get by buying that in a quart, because a quart's going to go a long ways. But like I said, I got a really good deal on it, so I just went ahead and ordered a gallon because I've got 3 cars here. And once I get the stuff on the shelf, I mean, even at the price I paid for it, if it goes bad, I'm not out nothing, because the other product I was looking at was $278 a gallon, I believe. And if you buy it in pints, it's, I think, $50 for a little pint. So what it would have cost me for a pint of the other product, I paid less money for a whole gallon of this Hi-Temp product. So, and everything I read on some of the forums about Hi-Temp is top-notch stuff, but it just nobody knows about it. That's what I have for today, and thanks for watching.